longer going to take weakness where we need strength.
That's why I'm running to be Arizona's next governor.
Person that I've given a complete and total endorsement to, and that's Kari.
I'll fight for you every single day. We will build that wall. We're going to make it easy to vote and impossible to cheat.
We will never stop fighting for the unborn.
Her name is Kari.
Kari has won the Republican nomination.
She's on fire.
We love this country, and we will fight like hell to save it. Whoa! Oh man, Arizona! It is so good. I love you guys so much. I cannot believe we're here again. This is so amazing. Arizona, thank you so much. Tyler Boyer, he's back. How did you pull this together in like a week? I have a feeling Lauren Tonsich had something to do with it. Yes, go Tyler. And I want to thank Charlie Kirk, the man who has done more to... Absolutely. I want Charlie to know we Mama Bears and Papa Bears appreciate him helping us get our kids back on track from the indoctrination. Thank you, Charlie. It is incredible to be here. It was just over a year ago, last July, that we were here at a Turning Point event, and I really do believe that was one of the most defining moments of our whole race, our whole campaign. Who was here for that event? You remember that? Had no idea it would turn out that way. I got to tell you, President Trump, I talk to him often, he still talks about that Turning Point event. Remember that? I think we stunned him. He realized that we have a movement here in Arizona at that event. It was at that moment he realized we have a winner. And boy, did we win, right? 11 days ago, thanks to all of you, we got the grassroots winner in the Republican nominee for Arizona governor. We worked hard for that. We worked so hard for that. We won 400,000 votes. Did you know that? We won every single county in Arizona. Every single one. And we won every type of voter out there, you name it. And we were outspent 10-1. It was David versus Goliath. And guess what? We won by 5 points. That's a decisive victory. Don't believe what the media says. We won a decisive victory. We did it, and I'm so proud to be standing up here with your support tonight. Thank you so much. But I'm so excited about the new Republican Party. This is the party of we the people. It truly is. The party of we the people. We are showing the party that we have strong leaders who are going to stand up for the people, not just the special interests anymore. I'm thrilled about that, and I'm happy to be part of this movement. And what I'm most excited about, and I can't see everybody because the house lights aren't up, but I have a feeling this is a young crowd. I am most excited... Yeah. Are these the young people I hear? Let's hear it, young people. You know what? Let's let the radical left hear the young people who are part of our movement. We've got the young people. Let them hear it. The Republican Party isn't your great-great-grandfather's party anymore. This is the party of we the people. I'm thrilled about that because you know why they're here with us? They're here with us because over the last few years, our young people have been tortured. They've been tortured by their political leaders, and they realize that politics matter. They realize that the people who masked their faces, shut their schools down, took all of those firsts away. Think about it, what we were doing when we were young. The first date, the school dances, the first kiss. All right, I'm really dating myself. That's way back when. They took that away from our young people, not to mention what they did by masking them up and hurting their education. They took their athletic scholarships away, and they tried to destroy their lives. And that is why we have young conservatives, and they are with us right now. Let's face it, we all woke up during COVID. That was the biggest wake-up call you could ever imagine. We saw how important it is to have strong governors. And we saw what our governors could do with that power, how they could use it to hurt us. And amidst all of the insanity, there was one governor who stood out in the crowd. You know who I'm talking about. He's right up there right now, and his name is Governor Ron DeSantis. I don't know if he's looking down here, but he's up there in that room, and we appreciated him. All right, I'm going to tell you a little bit. I just got to spend time with him. Love the guy. Fantastic. He is gutsy. The guy has bigger... Okay. Wait, let me think about how I want to word this. My staff always says, whatever you do, do not say balls. So I'm not going to say it. That guy... has a backbone made of steel. I'll tell you what he's got. I don't know if you heard of this, but he's got BDE. Anybody know what that means? Ask your kids about it later. I call it Big DeSantis energy. Right? He's got the same kind of BDE that President Trump has. And frankly, he has the same kind of BDE that we want all of our elected leaders to have. I can just see it right now. All the middle-aged ladies, such as myself, are on Google going, what does BDE mean? For the moms out there, I'm really sorry that I threw that out. So, you see, Governor DeSantis took that Trump strength and that Trump energy, and he brought it to his home state during COVID, and he showed America what it means to have a governor who is a fighter, who will defend our freedom and not sell us out. Thank you, Governor DeSantis, for that. By the way, I want to give Governor DeSantis my stamp of approval for the way he handles the fake news media. The guy's brilliant. He's brilliant. Between President Trump, Governor DeSantis, and myself, I think we are waking people up to the propagandists and the fake news and exposing them for who they are. You know, it was during COVID that we saw some really bad governors as well. Governor Gavin Newsom and Governor Gretchen Whitmer. They were exposed as the tyrants that they are. It was rules and laws for we, but not for thee. And we're tired of that kind of leadership or lack of leadership. We did see there was a stark difference between blue states and red states. And we discovered that Americans want red states. But we're at a point right now where we cannot lose this critical border state to a socialist. We're less than 3 months away from what I believe is the most important election of our lifetimes. Anybody agree with that? We have to get this right. I want to take you back 4 years ago. Governor Ron DeSantis, as much as we love him now, 4 years ago, he was in the fight of his life. His horrible opponent, they were 30,000 votes away between Governor Ron DeSantis and his opponent, Andrew Gillum. 30,000 votes separating freedom from tyranny. 30,000 votes between a great, strong governor and a drugged-out weirdo. I mean, that's what it really came down to. Thank God that man didn't win and that Governor DeSantis was victorious. Thank God that Florida dodged that bullet. That's how important elections are. That's how important your vote is, and that's how important what we're up against right now is. We know that freedom won in Arizona, and we've got to have freedom win in November here in Arizona, and I'm counting on you to help make that happen. So we have less than 12 weeks, roughly, to get this under control and make sure that we do not find ourselves staring down the barrel of a disaster named Katie Hobbs. First of all, many of you probably know this, but some of you may not. Hobbs is a convicted racist. Convicted. Two separate juries unanimously convicted her of racial discrimination. And we, in this audience, are all paying for that. Almost $3 million as a payout for her court settlement because she did not pay black employees the same as she paid white. And when this wonderful employee said something about it and said, hey, why aren't you paying me what I'm worth? What did she do? She fired her. This woman, Katie Hobbs, should be nowhere near the 9th floor, and I'm going to fight like hell to make sure she doesn't get there. No way, Katie, no way. She has an F grade when it comes to protecting our Second Amendment rights. I don't know about you, but I feel that right now our Second Amendment is the most important amendment. It's the reason that we are still free. And I'll tell you, as a mama bear, I want my Second Amendment rights so I can protect my family in this dangerous world. Anybody else with me on that? We looked at Katie Hobbs' voting record, and it is shocking. She'll never talk about it. 90% of the time when she was in our state legislature, she voted against small businesses. 90% of the time. She has proven, obviously, that she cannot, as Secretary of State, run a fair, free, honest election. We got to get her out. I don't like the fact that she's involved anywhere at all in this upcoming election. She needs to recuse herself from her role right now. How many of you have been to California recently? Not a great place anymore. Katie Hobbs wants to take those same dead-end policies that destroyed California and bring them over here to Arizona. We have a saying for that, Katie. Don't California our Arizona. Now listen, some of you have followed our race, our primary race. I worked really hard. I grew up in Iowa. There's not a lot to do there, but what I did do there is I honed my work ethic, and I took that work ethic and I worked hard to win that election. I'm going to take that same work ethic and I'm going to work like hell to keep Katie Hobbs out of the governor's office. Here's what I want to do for Arizona. Here's what we're going to do for Arizona. And I don't care, frankly, if you're with the Democrat Party, the Independent Party, the Republican Party, the Pizza Party, or the Pool Party. Our policies are going to help all Arizonans. None of us here, and I know there's some mama bears and papa bears here, are comfortable with the fact that Arizona is the pipeline for fentanyl coming into America. That is why on day one, we are going to start securing that southern border. It is unconscionable. It is unconscionable that that's been open for 20 months. Shame on you, Joe Biden. Shame on you. We're going to stop the flow of drugs. I've talked to way too many parents who've lost a 17-year-old, a 19-year-old, a 20-year-old to a fentanyl poisoning. Their child took one pill and died. We're not going to let that happen anymore, not on my watch. And for the hardworking Arizonans who are struggling to make ends meet, we're not going to let millions of people flow into Arizona and drive our wages down anymore. It's not going to happen. So on day one, we start securing that border. I can't wait to get to work. And we're going to tell the cartels to hit the road, and we're not asking Joe Biden's permission. We're not asking a whole lot. We want safe streets. Anybody with me on that? I'm afraid to walk across the parking lot at night. Hell, I'm afraid to walk across the parking lot at the grocery store during the day. That's what's happening here in Arizona. So we're going to back the blue every step of the way. We're going to make sure that they have the resources they need to protect us. I want to look at every man and woman out there wearing the badge who's in law enforcement trying to keep Arizona safe. And I want you to know we appreciate the hard work you do. We're going to get you some backup. You have our 6, and we've got your 6. We're going to stop playing catch and release with dangerous criminals, and we're going to go after the prosecutors who do that. If you commit a crime in Arizona, you're going to do the time. Plain and simple. We're going to hire more cops and build more jails if that's what it takes, but we will not be overrun with crime anymore, not in Arizona. Now, this is a stark contrast between myself and Katie Hobbs. Katie Hobbs, in order to grovel for Planned Parenthood's endorsement and money, she denounced our police. Sick. It's absolutely sick. She did that without batting an eye. And have you noticed she's actually finally campaigning, by the way? She came out last week with the mask over her face. Actually, that might be a good look for her. Oh, I'm in trouble for that. That's what they're going to write about. You know, she wore a mask, and she's just dying to get us back in masks, but we will never put masks on our face again. Never. Arizona, I promise you right here and right now, there will be no more COVID mandates when I'm governor. Never. Under the Democrats, we are suffering with the worst economy that we've ever experienced in most of our lifetimes. So what's their solution? Last week, they decided to raise taxes on people making as low as $20,000. They decided to hire 87,000 armed IRS agents to go after us in case we're late on our taxes. Can you imagine if they hired 87,000 school resource officers and armed them? We'd have safe schools in this country. And then these people sent politically motivated federal agents to President Donald Trump's home and raided it. How dare they? Joe Biden, we have had enough. Our government created of the people, by the people and for the people. That government has now turned against we the people, and we will begin to fight back no more. I promise you this, as your governor, Arizona, I will be the biggest pain in the ass Joe Biden's ever experienced. I will protect Arizona from this out-of-control federal government, and we're going to do more. We're going to touch on the issues that matter to us. We're going to address chronic street homelessness. We are going to ban tents on the side of the road. We're going to no longer enable drug use on our streets, and we're going to get these people help. We're going to get them help. Because frankly, we need every man and woman to be contributing citizens here in our community. And God did not envision us to live on the streets with a needle in our arm. We're going to get people help, and we're going to restore quality of life. That's what it's about. We want our kids to have a great education, and thanks to our great lawmakers, I see some of them out here, we are now funding our students and not the schools. We're funding the students. Thank you. Thank you to all of the lawmakers. I see you right there, Mark. Thank you so much. One other thing I want to do for our education is to get our kids ready for the real world. That means we have a dual-track education. After 10th grade, they decide if they want to go college degree or they want to get trade skill training, vocational training, and certification. They will be ready for the high-paying jobs that are out there on day one after high school. That is the way you fight Biden inflation. That's the way you do it. I'll be honest, some of the dumbest people I know have college degrees. And some of the greatest people and richest people I know are in the trades. Let's start setting our kids up for success. Now, I want to tell you, Hobbs, that's a terrible name, isn't it? Sorry. She wants our kids trapped in these zip code dead-end schools where your zip code defines who you can be. That's not what Republicans want. She is for abortion up to birth and up to 3 days after. That is murder, and we are not for that here in Arizona. I want to protect life. I want to help mothers. There's not a darn thing that's controversial about that. Hobbs wants men to compete in women's sports. I want to protect, I'm going to touch on something that might not be PC right now. Is that okay? I want to protect our boys and our young men. I'm a mama bear to a boy. Somewhere out here is my son. I don't know where he is. Leo, I love you. I know you're out there somewhere. I'm so tired of our boys being told they can't be boys. Let our boys be boys. Let our men be men. Stop telling our boys that being a man is toxic. It is not. Tell you what, as a mom, I want to raise my boy to be a strong man. I want him to be a strong father. And I want every man out there to know we love you, we need you, and we are supporting you. Let our men be men. We're going to win this election because we have the best ideas. The Democrats used to care about the middle class. Who remembers those days way back when? They used to care about him. Somebody said, I don't. Long time ago. Now they just cater to the political elites and George Soros. And Katie Hobbs is going to try to avoid debating me. She's going to let George Soros and Planned Parenthood run attack ads on me. She's going to sit in her basement, and she's going to hope that Arizona will vote for a socialist. We won't do it. We're not going to fall for it. Katie, they didn't fall for it in the primary. They're not going to fall for it in the general. Arizona knows me, and they know that I will work hard to protect this state. That's why I'm in this. I'm not in it for the money. There's no money in being governor of Arizona. Let me tell you that right now. I'm not in it for the fame. I've already had that. It's overrated. I'm in it because I love Arizona. My time is running out. I just want to tell Arizonans, if you're listening, if you're a disillusioned Democrat, if you're an independent and you're wondering who to vote for, look at our policies. We are going to get Arizona where we need to go. We agree, think about it, on 80 to 90% of the issues. We don't want to drag this state down anymore. It is time for you to join this party, this movement to save Arizona. Now, I just heard this. I heard it backstage. I heard it back, actually the first time on Twitter. I heard this again today, and I love it. Someone said, Kari, you're going to be the DeSantis of the West. And seriously, other than being called Trump in a dress, which is my favorite compliment of all, you can call me Trump in a dress any day. Honestly, other than being called Trump in a dress, that is the greatest compliment you could pay me, and I appreciate that. And that means that you know when you elect me, you're going to get someone who fights for you every single day. We are going to be so effective in Arizona. I don't know if Governor DeSantis is still up there listening, that someday they might call Governor DeSantis the Lake of the East. But in all seriousness, just to be mentioned in the same sentence with President Trump, who gave up so much to make America great, and to be mentioned in the same sentence with Governor Ron DeSantis is an absolute honor that I don't take lightly. Now, I want to wrap this up here because I know we're waiting for the main event. We are united. Don't let these losers in the media try to drive a wedge between us. We are united as Republicans like we've never been united before. We are united to save our states, bring back state sovereignty. We are united to return the power to we, the people, and we are united to save this republic. So, Arizona, this is our moment. America, this is our moment. Let's unite. And let's win, and let's save America. Thank you, Turning Point. Thank you, America. God bless you, State 48. Woo!